Welcome back to the final video of the RapidWeaver CMS course. In this video we're going to look at something that Pulse calls special blocks. Now special blocks in Pulse allow you to add more custom code to your page. So if we look at the demo page of our project, you'll see down here we have a YouTube video embedded. So what we want to do is have a look at adding a special block to allow us to embed any YouTube video that we like. So let's go over to RapidWeaver and we'll go to the demo page, open up the stacks library, and in the Pulse folder what we want to do is add a block. So if we scroll down here, you'll see that currently we have a video embed stack that comes with the Foundry framework. However, as I said, we want to add a block. So drag and drop the block stack in above the video embed. Again, we need to set the Pulse folder root for this stack. So it's resources/Pulse CMS4. Now the block name needs to begin with SB underscore. So special block and then an underscore and then the name that you want to give this block. So I'm going to call this demo video, like so. Let's publish that up to the live server. Then if we go back to the live site and refresh, you'll see we get a warning that that sbdemovideo.txt file doesn't exist. So once again, we need to go back to the blocks folder here. Then we need to click on the new button. And we need to create that file like so. You'll see then we get this black editor. We don't get the WYSIWYG editor where we can style things bold or underlined or links or anything like that. We get a very plain editor. And this is handy, as I say, if you want to allow your clients to add any sort of custom code to your page. Anyway, once you've created the SB demo video text file, let's go back and ensure that that's being picked up. And yet we can see that the warning has disappeared. So the next thing we want to do is have a look at how we could embed a YouTube video onto the page as we've done here. So to do that, I'm going to go to the Real Mac Software YouTube channel. So youtube.com/RealMacSoftware. And I'm going to embed the RapidWeaver SEO tutorials video. So the way we do that is clicking the share button and then the embed tab here, and you'll be given some code. So we could copy that, go to the Pulse CMS editing, paste it in and save. Then if we go to our demo page and refresh, you'll see that that is then embedded on the page directly. Now this means that if at any time you or your client wants to come in and change this video embed to a different YouTube video, you can simply come over to your YouTube channel and we could select a different video, say for example the Squash for Mac video that we've done. We can pause that, click the share button, then embed again and copy that. Go back in, update the content there and save it. Go back to our demo page and refresh. And there we see we now have the squash video embedded. So as I say, this is really handy if you want to allow your clients to embed code into their websites. Okay, with that being done, let's go back to RapidWeaver and delete this static video embed. So we'll go to RapidWeaver there and delete that one. And we'll just publish those changes, or actually what I'm going to do is add a bit of margin to the bottom of here first. So I'm just going to add 30 pixels of margin to the bottom of the block and publish. And we'll go back to our live site and refresh. And there we can see we've got that online editable video embed on our site. Okay, the other thing that this is handy for is for pieces of content on your site that are a little bit more tricky to update or edit than a standard piece of text or title, and that is things like these buttons. So these are a little bit more custom. It's very tricky to allow the user to just edit the button text here whilst using Pulse inside of RapidWeaver. This is where a super block or a special block of content would come in handy. So let's have a look at how we could use it for these buttons. So we'll go back to RapidWeaver, and you'll see here I have an HTML stack added to the page, and if we double click that and have a look at the code, you'll see that this is a little bit more custom than just a standard piece of text or title. So this might not be for everyone, and it's going to depend on how web or code savvy your clients are as to whether you want to include this, but it is a good option if your client knows a little bit of HTML and you want to allow them to edit things like these custom buttons. So I'm just going to copy that code out of the HTML block, and what I'm going to do is add a new block of content in above there, add my resources folder path again, and then give this the block name of SB underscore, and then I'm going to say buttons. Then I'm going to publish that up to the live server. We're going to go over to the Pulse editing area and create that block. So a new block, and it's called SB underscore buttons.txt, and create that. And then I'm going to paste that HTML code into here and click save. Now if we go back to the demo page and refresh, and that's not working, so I must have named something incorrectly, and there it is. I put a dot instead of a /. I'm sure you noticed that, so I'll have to go back to RapidWeaver and say resources / Pulse CMS4 and publish that up to the server. So you'll see there, that's exactly why it's important to make sure your paths are exactly correct. Anyway, let's refresh our demo page, and there we'll see that our HTML code has been added to the page. So it looks exactly the same, obviously, but this more custom HTML, or these custom buttons, are now editable via the Pulse CMS area. And that means that we could update the Buy Now button, for example, to be Buy Now 25% off. For example, if you were doing a discount. Then when we come back, we'll see that the Pulse editable buttons have been updated, and the static ones are as they were, obviously. So let's go to RapidWeaver and just delete the static HTML stack, publish those changes to the server, refresh, and with that being done, I think we are finished for this course. You've learned how to add online editable titles, paragraphs, images, image galleries and sliders, banner areas, custom YouTube embeds, and custom HTML code to your RapidWeaver projects. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.